All week long, we've been talking about it, reaching your goals for 2010. We've done all the prep work, and now it's time to get moving and put those plans into action.
That's the hard part, actually putting it into action. Well, life designer Renessa is here once again to get us geared up for that next and possibly the most important step here. We love hearing the advice, at least I know I do, but then when I actually have to,
do it.
That's when it's like, well,
imagine that.
Who wants to do it?
It sounds good if you say, I have these plans,
right.
Yep.
Right, I try to ride that out for a couple of months. Yeah, until
but now I
forget.
have to achieve.
I got to do something. Yeah, it's funny because to make this a year where you get results and not just make it a resolution, you got to get cracking, right? And so today we're going to talk about 3 ways to really help you get cracking when the hype is gone, which for most people it's what, January 8th, 9th, 7th?
There's something where there's like that, today.
The hype was over like on the 3rd.
Right.
So
basically,
here's one thing that people really must do. First, you've got to plan and schedule taking action against your goals. So that means that you're blocking out time in your schedule to actually make it happen. So if you think about it, a lot of our goals are important to us, but they're not urgent. And so they get drowned out by all the urgent things that happen, every single day. Well, I got to do this, I got to do that. So that means that if the goal is to learn a new language or to play an instrument or whatever, you say, well, Saturday from 1 to 3, I have blocked out time.
It's a matter of writing it in your planner?
It's putting it in your planner. It's making it a priority, just like you do things for work. Well, I've got to pick up, little Timmy from the daycare or this or that. It's something that's scheduled and it's non-negotiable. So then when people are stealing at your time, which they're ultimately going to do, it's like, well, I'm available, but I'm not free between 1 and 3 because I have an appointment. Now, they don't need to know that you're practicing the banjo for Doug. If that's the case for him, they don't need to know that.
I'm not going to be doing that.
But you've scheduled it, you've blocked it out, and you've made it a priority in your life to make it happen.
Right. So this shouldn't just be in your spare time. You'll try to get to it. You got to take action.
Which never happens, right? So you want to make sure you've scheduled.
I think it's I just had this thought, and now I'm thinking, no, maybe if you put some money down with the goal, you'll actually do it. But people do that with gym memberships, so maybe not.
Yeah.
But it's more expensive to get instruction for the piano or something.
Exactly. I mean, obviously, if you've got money riding on something, then that's a motivator.
Sure.
But again, when it comes to how do I make this a lifestyle, because goals aren't just one-time things that you hit, it's a lifestyle shift. And how do I make this easier? I make it by putting a scheduled time in my calendar because now I know I have to hit it. It's part of my day.
And I know you sort of talked about, there were, each day was sort of a different topic. Yep. I mean, it would be easy to sort of get overwhelmed if it's like, well, yeah, I need to get healthier, and yeah, I need to fix my finances, and yeah, I got to, spend more time with my kids or whatever. I mean, is there a good starting point, or should you go through all of them and block out time for each one? Do you prioritize, or does that sort of undermine getting them all done anyway? You know what I mean?
It really, that varies from person to person. Like, if you are a person who just kind of have sucked in the whole goal-getting piece, you want to start with 1, hit the 1 so that you kind of...
She's reaching us now.
Philip, it's you.
Not kidding.
So if you suck in that factor, do 1. And this is actually one of the points that we want to talk about. But, you want to celebrate your progress. So if you give yourself a baby step that you're actually able to nail, then, you build some momentum and you've got something behind your belt to then take on the bigger task.
You also say don't fear failing.
Exactly. It's funny. I tell people, there is no such thing as failure, but life does give you feedback. Is this working? Is it not working? So you want to pay attention and notice the results that you're getting, and then you're able to make adjustments. So, for instance, I was talking to a woman yesterday who was taking a correspondence course to get her high school diploma. Like, she had a child early, dropped out of school, and now she's going back to get her degree. She's doing fantastic, totally motivated the whole bit. But she was talking to me, and she says, I get home, I work all day, and I get home, and I'm tired, and it's really hard to juggle everything. She is an avid fitness person, so in the morning she does that whole spin class thing like a monster. She nails that.
Good for her.
So my suggestion to her, because she thought, well, I just need to get more focused and all that willpower, I said, well, what if you start doing your studies in the morning because that's when you're more focused and when you're clear-minded, and then do the spin at night because it doesn't require a whole lot of concentration. So
I kind of get that. Well, I mean, the time management thing, but what's weird is I don't want to, this is just a personal aside, I don't want to do the dishes at night, but in the morning when I have to be somewhere to get to work, all of a sudden I want to do that. Does that mean I don't want to go to work? Or what does this mean? Someone get the crystal ball out.
It can mean a few things going on.
I want to organize in the morning. It's weird. I guess because I'm getting everything ready and then time runs out. I don't know, evaluate.
Yeah, well,
it's funny.
Help me. I'm very much that way, too.
Are you?
I can do the dishes and all that stuff in the morning because I can get it done fast. Like, I can move.
I think that's it.
But at night, it drags out.
Yeah,
and
I'm
so,
like...
what could have taken 5 minutes of concentrated time is like 15 and 20 minutes. And so for me, it's a matter of, okay, I can do a real quick thing in the morning, but I can't do that at night. So it's really noticing what's working for you, what do you like, what do you enjoy, what's really, getting at your graw, and just making shifts so that then the process doesn't have to be all about willpower and sheer force. It can really be, this is my lifestyle and this is how I do it.
And how important is it to, you mentioned sort of celebrating maybe not the overall goal, but little achievements along the way. What should people do? Why is that important? Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, think about it. Like for instance, how you treat, toddlers. When you've got a baby who is taking 3 steps and then they bite the dust, you're not looking at the kid like, kid's still not walking. It's like, oh
taking
my
after his
God. Oh my, this is so great. You're celebrating because those baby steps are what get them to the point of walking.
Right.
And as adults, we're just the same way, but we don't treat ourselves that way. So we'll start to focus on, well, you know what, I'm not there, I'm not there, I'm not there, I'm still in debt, or I'm still fat, whatever, as opposed to thinking, well, you know what, today, I actually could have gone out and spent $10 on lunch with the coworkers, but I actually ate what I brought, and I saved $10. And
so
being able to celebrate
your steps.
Because it's the steps that get you to the goal. So you have to start conditioning yourself to appreciate, man, I'm a rock star because it's not sexy, right? Like eating your lunch, your apple or whatever. It's not. There's nothing fun about it. There's nothing cute, and it's not sexy.
Brown bag.
It's not social. It's not cute. But that's what it takes to get to that fit, fine, vibrant fox or whatever it is that you want to be. So you have to condition yourself to appreciate the action, not just the result. And that's really important for folks.
Vibrant fox?
Yeah,
vibrant.
Fit, fine, vibrant fox.
Fine, vibrant fox.
That's right.
I like
or
that.
a hunk of burning love. However you want to look at that.
Both.
Now I'm worried. I brought my lunch today. I am not sexy today. No one watched me.
There you go.
I'll
My
sit at your
sandwich
desk and talk
at my
to you.
desk.
That's right.
But I'm saving money. There you go.
But you're saving money, so you got to celebrate that.
See, it was a part of the organization. The dishes make the meal.
It was all about
fire.
you. This was all about you.
On fire. I like that. Thanks,
about you.
Renessa.
Thank
Have a
you.
good weekend. All right.